What's going on YouTube, Ferocity? I hope you guys are doing well. We won. We won. This industry won today. The gaming community can relish in a victory for everybody. We pushed back against this god-awful, brain-dead decision that Sony made to force players of HellDivers 2 to link their PSN account to a Steam account. Nobody really knows why this decision was made in the first place. Obviously, Sony wants to tell you it was for safety and security reasons. Don't forget the fact that Sony was the company that had 77 million login credentials compromised just a few years ago, and alongside of that, over 10,000 credit card numbers as well. So, yeah, safety and security is not at the top of Sony's competency list. But anyways, this decision was made completely from brain-dead executives that were so out of touch with this community and don't really understand what gamers want today. Simplicity, ease of access, ease of use. Don't muddy the waters. But unfortunately, Sony decided to do that. And before they backtracked this decision, they decided to double down. They decided to answer a main question that a lot of people had. What happens if I'm playing in a region that does not have access to the PlayStation Network? What happens to my game? Am I not able to play it? Am I not able to access it? Well, Sony just delisted the game in 177 different countries earlier over the weekend. Are you kidding me? Your solution to this problem before backtracking was to just take the game off the market? You're a gaming company. Your number one goal should be raising revenues. In what world is delisting a game in 177 different countries increasing revenues? It's not. It's just doubling down on a brain-dead decision made by a group of yes-men. And it's absolutely amazing, and it's a moment for this community to relish in that we got them to backtrack from this, that we got them to stand down from this awful decision. And let's not let them come out of this feeling like they're the good guys here. They're the ones that wanted to make this decision in the first place, and they thought it was going to just fly under the radar. People weren't even really going to notice it. There was going to be no pushback. But there was 210,000 negative reviews at the time of recording this. On Steam, I'm sure it's closer to 250,000, if not 300,000. And rightfully so. You're taking people's game away from them that they already purchased. You're adding another stupid layer to just being able to access the game. It just made no sense. And to now look at it and realize that it was all for naught. Like, you went through this PR nightmare just to backtrack in the end. How dumb are you? The good name of Sony is now forever tarnished and going to be associated with this scandal, with this situation, with this fiasco because of idiots. And that's the best way to put this. This was an idiotic decision made by a merry band of morons. That's the best way I can summarize it. Anybody looking at this and thinking it was a good decision needs to get their IQ checked or their decision making checked, because it's not a smart one. Now, in reality, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but you don't bait and switch your player base months after the game releases. You don't get people to access your game in countries that do not have access to a PlayStation Network account and then tell them they need it to be able to play the game that they've already been playing, that they purchased. How stupid can you be? How out of touch can you be? And Sony proved they can be really out of touch. They can be really stupid. They can showcase just how moronic they really are. And these are the people we trip over to give our money to. And it's shocking just how bad they are at handling anything when it involves this industry. So remember that next time when you go buy a video game, when you want to support a publisher like Sony. Remember what they did here. They wanted to remove your access to the game. They wanted to add an extra layer so that they could get your data, so that they could find better ways to monetize you instead of just allowing you to enjoy a game that you purchased. And on top of that, they wanted to restrict access to people that weren't in the PlayStation Network bubble that currently exists. Remember that next time. And the only reason why they ever backtracked here was because it was going to directly result in decreased revenues. And somebody over at Sony woke up over the weekend and saw that, hey, our stock price is going to dip come Monday morning. Our revenues are going to fall for Q4, and we can't have that. Our investors won't have it. Our shareholders won't have it. We need to keep our jobs as idiotic board members that don't understand the first thing of this industry, yet they control everything. I'm just going to leave it there. That's all I really have to say. Let's take a moment to celebrate an actual win for this community, a win for the HellDivers fans, and let's hope that they decide to relist the games in all those countries they restricted earlier over the weekend. Because this is a good game. There's a good game here. And unfortunately, Sony has tarnished part of its legacy. They looked at such a successful hit and tried to figure out how to monetize it further, how to gain access to more and more people's information. That's what they cared about. And I really hope that you don't let this one negative thing affect your view of Arrowhead, who clearly created a tremendously enjoyable experience for their fan base. And don't let it ruin a game that you enjoy like HellDivers 2. I feel so bad for that community because they're people that are just enjoying a game. They found a game that's really fun. They're enjoying it. And Sony came in and were like, how can we get our greedy fingers in on this and make it worse for everybody? And that sucks, man. That really sucks. So I really hope that HellDivers 2 rebounds and that, they gain their footing again. They can have some trust in Arrowhead. Maybe there'll be some quid pro quo here coming from Sony themselves to say they're sorry. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we need to remember this win. We need to remember that as a community, we have a voice. And people were put on notice this past weekend that this industry is not to be messed around with because our voice is loud and we can unite pretty quickly. And that is one of the things I was really proud of this industry over the weekend. Everybody coming together and pretty much unanimously speaking out against this. And it was really nice to see. So let's take this win. Let's continue to realize that our voice matters and that if we want change in this industry, all it takes is for us to band together, work together, and trust one another. Because that's what I saw over this past weekend, and it was beautiful, and real change occurred. Good job, everyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation down below in that comment section. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, can you please hit that like button? If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.